Most people have never actually met themselves. And the scary part is, they don't even know it. Think about it. The music you listen to, the clothes you wear, the opinions you defend, the goals you're chasing. How much of it was actually your choice? And how much of it was inherited from the people around you? When you were a child, you didn't care about fitting in. You laughed when something was funny. You cried when something hurt. You liked what you liked. You disliked what you disliked. You were simply yourself. Then, life started teaching you different lessons. You learned what got approval. You learned what got attention. You learned what got acceptance. You learned what got rewarded. And without realizing it, you started editing yourself. A little here, a little there, until the version of you that the world accepted slowly became stronger than the version that was real. Most people call that growing up. But sometimes, it's actually self-abandonment. Think about how many decisions people make just to avoid judgment. How many dreams they abandon because they're afraid of looking foolish. How many opinions they hide because they don't want conflict. How many parts of themselves they keep locked away because they fear rejection. And after doing that for years, a strange thing happens. The performance becomes so familiar that they mistake it for their identity. They forget where the mask ends and where they begin. That's why so many people feel disconnected from themselves. Not because they lost who they are, because they never stopped long enough to discover who they were underneath the performance. Ask yourself something. If nobody could judge you, who would you become? If nobody could reject you, what would you say? If nobody could laugh at you, what would you attempt? If nobody could influence your decisions, what would your life actually look like? Most people never ask those questions because those questions are uncomfortable. And uncomfortable questions reveal uncomfortable truths. The truth is, the biggest prison isn't made of concrete. It isn't made of steel. It isn't made of walls. It's made of expectations. The expectations of society, the expectations of family, the expectations of friends, the expectations you've accepted without ever questioning. And most people spend their entire lives protecting an identity they never consciously chose. But the moment you stop asking who people want you to be, you finally get the opportunity to discover who you are. And that's where real freedom begins.